heard that you can't sleep. Yeah, I got your texts. Just by the way, 7 texts in less than 2 minutes is way too much. Please chill out. But, I mean, you gotta see why you can't sleep. You got lights still on? Your computer's still on? Did you make an attempt other than pulling back the sheets? I mean, what do you want me to do to help you here? You want me to read to you? Fine. Let's see what you have. This'll do. Mind if I join you? Yeah. Let's. Hey. So on your shelf you have Where the Sidewalk Ends. A collection of poems and drawings by Shel Silverstein. You know, my grandparents bought me this book when I was younger. They used to read it to me. So, I guess I might as well read it to you. I don't know. It says, For Ursula. I don't know who Ursula is, but I hope she's happy with it. Let's see. Okay. Let's start here. Invitation. If you are a dreamer, come in. If you are a dreamer, a wisher, a liar, a hoper, a prayer, a magic bean buyer. If you're a pretender, come sit by my fire. For we have some flax golden tales to spin. Come in, come in. It's right there with a little candle at the bottom of the page. And that's how this little book starts. So let's see. I really don't understand how you're struggling to sleep tonight. I mean, there's really nice rain sounds outside, and it's just so peaceful. I won't question it. Let's see. What else is good? How about homemade boat? This boat that we just built is just fine. And don't try to tell us it's not. The sides and the back are divine. It's the bottom, I guess we forgot. See, the flag right there says the whale. It's like they don't look particularly happy there. Just kind of sitting in the water. Also, I do fully expect for you to snap for me as I read these. I mean, it's proper etiquette for poems. Let's see. Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Went for a ride in a flying shoe. Hooray! What fun! It's time we flew. Said Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Ickle was captain and Pickle was crew, and Tickle served coffee and mulligan stew. As higher and higher and higher they flew, Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too, over the sun and beyond the blue. Hold on, stay in, I hope we do, cried Ickle me, pickle me, and tickle me too. Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too, never returned to the world they knew, and nobody knows what's happened to dear Ickle me, pickle me, tickle me too. You can see these little guys with big noses sticking out of a shoe. Yeah. I can only imagine the aerodynamics of a flying shoe probably aren't that great. Here we go. Hug-o-war. I will not play tug-o-war. I'd rather play at hug-o-war, where everyone hugs instead of tugs, and everyone giggles and rolls on the rug, where everyone kisses and everyone grins, and everyone cuddles and everyone wins. Oh, sweet. Right there, ignoring the disgusting thing on the other page. Two little friends just kind of hugging. Pacifists. It's dark in here. You can probably see where this one's going. I am writing these poems from inside a lion, and it's rather dark in here. So please excuse the handwriting, which may not be too clear. But this afternoon, by the lion's cage, I am afraid I got too near, and I'm writing these lines from inside a lion, and it's rather dark in here. You can see his hand sticking out the line right there. And that's actually a few lines from the poem on the page. My boy Shelley seems to have quite a talent. Let's see. The loser. Mama said I'd lose my head if it wasn't fastened on. Today I guess it wasn't, 'cause while playing with my cousin, it fell off and rolled away, and now it's gone. And I can't look for it 'cause my eyes are in it, and I can't call to it 'cause my mouth is on it. Couldn't hear me anyway 'cause my ears are on it. Can't even think about it 'cause my brain is in it. So I guess I'll sit down on this rock and rest for a minute. And you can see he is sitting on his own head. You know, your head might fall off if you don't eat your vegetables. How about Joey? Joey took a stone and knocked down the sun, and whoosh it swizzled down so hard, and bloop it bounced in his backyard, and glunk it landed on his toe. And the world was dark, and the corn wouldn't grow, and the wind wouldn't blow, and the cock wouldn't crow, and it was always night, 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 all because of a stone and Joe. This kind of feels like a knockoff of Icarus, but I'm not going to think about it. You can see a naked little boy throwing this rock up to the sun. The next one is listen to the mustn'ts. Listen to the mustn'ts, child. Listen to the don'ts. Listen to the shouldn'ts. the impossibles, the won'ts. Listen to the never-haves, if they listen close to me. Anything can happen, child. Anything can be. That's disturbing. We got sky seasoning. A piece of sky broke off and fell through the crack in the ceiling, right into my soup, kerplop. I really must state that I usually hate lentil soup, but I ate every drop. Delicious, delicious, a bit like plaster, but so delicious, goodness sake, I could have eaten a lentil soup awake. It's amazing the difference a bit of sky can make. The farmer and the queen. The farmer with all his animals right there. She's coming, the farmer said to the owl. Oh, what shall I do? Shall I bow when she comes? Shall I twiddle my thumbs? The owl asked. Who? The queen, the royal queen. She'll pass the farm today. Shall I salute? He asked the horse. The horse said, nay. Shall I give her a gift? He asked the wren. A lovely memento for her to keep? An egg or a peach or an ear of corn? The wren said, cheap. But should I curtsy or should I cheer? Oh, here's her carriage now. What should I do? He asked the dog. The dog said, bow. And so he did, and so she passed. Oh, tra-la-la-la-la-la-la. She smiled, she did, he told the sheep. The sheep said, bah. And that's every little animal he talked to, all there off to the side. Now this feels like a knockoff of Animal Farm. That wasn't that funny. Pancake? Who wants a pancake, sweet and piping hot? Good little Grace looks up and says, I'll take the one on top. Who else wants a pancake, fresh off the griddle? Terrible Teresa smiles and says, I'll take the one in the middle. Let's see, that is an awfully large stack of pancakes. I feel like that's something one of my sisters would do. Ask for the one in the middle. Smart. My dad gave me $1 bill, 'cause I'm his smartest son, and I swapped it for 2 shiny quarters, 'cause 2 is more than 1. And then I took the quarters and I traded them to Lou for 3 dimes. I guess he don't know that 3 is more than 2. Just then, along came old blind Bates, and just 'cause he can't see, he gave me 4 nickels for my 3 dimes, and 4 is more than 3. And I took the nickels to Hiram Coombs down at the seed feed store, and the fool gave me 5 pennies for them, and 5 is more than 4. And then I went and showed my dad, and he got red in the cheeks, and closed his eyes and shook his head, too proud of me to speak. I'm making a list. And there's a pen and ink. I'm making a list of the things I must say for politeness, and goodness and kindness and gentleness sweetness and rightness. Hello, pardon me. How are you? Excuse me. Bless you. May I? Thank you. Goodbye. If you know some that I forgot, please stick them in your eye. Me and my giant. You can see, here's a giant. There's a little child by the size of his toe. I have a friend who is a giant, and he lives where the tall weeds grow. He's high as a mountain and wide as a barn, and I only come up to his toe, you know. I only come up to his toe. When the daylight grows dim, I talk to him, way down in the marshy sands, and his ear is too far away to hear, but still he understands. He stands. I know he understands. For we have a code called the Scratch Tap Code, and here is what we do. I scratch his toe. Once means hello, and twice means how are you? 3 means does it look like rain? 4 times means don't cry. 5 times means I'll scratch you a joke. And 6 times means goodbye. Goodbye. 6 times means goodbye. And he answers me by tapping his toe. Once means hello, friend. 2 taps means it's very nice to feel your scratch again. 3 taps means it's lonely here, with my head in the top of the sky. 4 taps means today an eagle smiled as she flew by. 5 taps means, oops, I just bumped my head against the moon. 6 means sigh, and 7 means bye, and 8 means come back soon, soon, soon. 8 means come back soon. And then I scratch 1,000 times, and he taps with a bappity-bim, and he laughs so hard he shakes the sky. That means I'm tickling him. I know you're getting tired, so I'm just looking for my favorite ones now. Didn't exactly think to mark them when I was 5, but I still remember them. Here we go. Tree house. See? Actual little house in the tree. A tree house, a free house, a secret you and me house, a high up in the leafy branches, cozy as can be house, a street house, a neat house, be sure and wipe your feet house. It's not my kind of house at all. Let's go live in a tree house. favorite one? I promise I'll find it. Just might take me a minute. This'll do. I won't hatch. There's a little egg. There's a beak sticking out of it, yelling, no. Oh, I am a chickie who lives in an egg, but I will not hatch. I will not hatch. The hens, they all cackle, the roosters all beg, but I will not hatch. I will not hatch. For I hear all the talk of pollution and war, as the people all shout and the airplanes roar. So I am staying in here where it's safe and it's warm, and I will not hatch. It's a cute one. Here we go. The edge of the world. You can see she's just dangling over the edge right there. Columbus said the world is round? Don't you believe a word of that. For I've been down to the edge of the world, sat on the edge where the wild wind whirled, peeked over the ledge where the blue smoke curls, and I can tell you, boys and girls, the world is flat. I hope you enjoyed a few of my favorite poems when I was little, and I hope you're sleepy enough to go to sleep. So, good night. I'll see you in the morning.